Welcome to Penny Flow, where we talk about money, wealth, investing, and management. And, in today's video we will be talking about how to become a real estate agent. Please make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video. Who is a real estate agent? A real estate agent is a licensed professional who represents buyers or sellers in real estate transactions. Usually, a real estate agent operates on contract, being paid a percentage of the selling price of the land. A real estate broker, real estate agent, or realtor is a person who represents real estate or property sellers or buyers, while a broker may operate independently to serve customers. An agent typically operates under a licensed broker. How a real estate agent works. Real estate agents typically specialize in either commercial or residential real estate. They perform distinct duties either way, depending on whether they work for the buyer or the seller. Agents who work for the seller, also referred to as listing agents, advise buyers on how to market and plan the property for a sale, including offering advice on last-minute changes that can raise the price or facilitate SP via listing services, networking, and ads. Vendor agents market the house for the major parties. Agents serve as the middleman, taking offers and counter-offers and other queries back and forth. If an offer is approved, agents also continue to work on both sides, assisting their buyers with the paperwork, exchanging messages, consulting on inspections, and moving and generally shepherding the transaction through to closing. Agents working for the buyer are searching for available properties that meet the price range and wish list of the buyer to help potential buyers come up with a fair bid. These agents often look at previous sales records on similar properties. Steps for becoming an agent. Number 1. Understand the requirements of your state. You must follow the special licensing criteria of your state. A good place to start your research is the website of your state real estate regulatory office, which you can find by doing an online search for your state real estate regulatory office or by visiting the directory of the regulatory agency of the Association of Real Estate License Law Officials, ARELO. Each state typically has specific requirements, which are the age, process and fees for application, background checks and printing of fingerprints, continuing education, such as a high school diploma or GED, education requirements, exams and exam eligibility for tests, requirements for pre-license courses and post-license requirements. The next level of licensing process for achieving reporting of any history of crime. Number 2. Apply to the licensing exam. The tests are in a multiple-choice format, and the number of questions and time allocated for the exam varies by state. If you pass, you must send an application and the necessary paperwork and fees to the real estate agency of your state. Once your application is accepted, your real estate license certificate will be mailed to the state, and your name will be searchable under its website's licensees section. Bear in mind that until your license is released by the state real estate department, you're not qualified to work as a real estate agent, so don't start until you have the license in your possession. How to plan, enroll, and pay for the licensing exam should be clarified by your teacher. A national section on general standards and practices of real estate and a state-specific section covering the real estate laws of each section is graded separately, and you need to obtain a passing grade on both sections to graduate. You will have the option to retake the exam if you fail either or both portions. Every state has its own rules on the number of times you can take an exam, how long you have to wait between tests, and the period for any retakes to be completed. Number 3. Apply to a pre-licensing course. The number of hours needed varies by state. In California, for example, students have to take a total of 135 hours in 3 real estate classes. Most states offer many options to meet the criteria for pre-licensing courses, including online classes, brick-and-mortar real estate schools, and community college classes. Using one form of the class program over another, you will be able to save money. Choose the approach that fits better with your style and schedule of learning. Also, do your homework when it comes to choosing a curriculum and be selective. How well prepared you are to take the exam may impact the standard of the instructors and materials. Number 4. Join a real estate brokerage. You would not receive an hourly wage. Instead, the brokerage will generally pay you a portion of the commissions it receives from your real estate transactions. You will have to pay for desk fees, technology fees, for example for your website, business cards, marketing materials, and other usual business costs, depending on the agreement you have with your brokerage. You will also have other one-time and recurring costs, such as the annual renewal of your license, continuing education, lockbox subscriptions, and memberships for multiple listing services. You usually operate under the umbrella of a supervising broker as a real estate agent, who is licensed by the state to supervise real estate transactions and ensure that you, and all real estate agents, meet the legal and ethical requirements necessary. Number 5. Find a real estate broker. Your passing score on your state licensing exam for real estate does not quite suggest that you still have a license. A real estate salesperson, agent, is allowed to work on behalf of a broker and does not function individually as a real estate agent. Early in the licensing process, consider seeking a real estate broker. When you have met the requirements for pre-licensing education and passed the test, you and your broker will also need to complete the state's final paperwork. Your license will be issued once the form is approved, and you may practice real estate under the broker's sponsorship. When choosing the right real estate brokerage, bear in mind that there is a range of things to remember. Number 6. Consider becoming a realtor. The NAR is the largest trade association in the U.S., representing 1.3 million salespeople, brokers, property managers, appraisers, counselors, and other participants. Being able to call yourself a realtor will add to your reputation as a real estate agent in the residential and commercial real estate industries. You will also have access to a variety of advantages as a realtor. Business instruments, real estate market data, analysis, and statistics. Educational opportunities, and discount services aimed at helping you excel in business. For example, realtors have access to Realtors Property Resource, RPR, an online real estate database of 166 million properties in the U.S. It includes zoning records, permits, mortgage and lien details, colleges, and a broad foreclosure database. The phrases real estate agent and realtor are used by many individuals interchangeably, but they vary. Although all are accredited in the real estate transaction process to assist buyers and sellers, realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors, NAR, and subscribe to the stringent code of ethics. The difference between real estate agent and realtor. Every real estate broker is a real estate agent, or has been, but not every real estate agent is a broker. A realtor is a member of the Realtors Registered Trademark, NAR, National Association, a trade association. Along with property managers, appraisers, and other practitioners in the real estate industry, both agents and brokers may be realtors. Realtors are required to be professionals in their profession and must obey the Code of Ethics of the NAR, which allows agents to perform unique duties to consumers and clients, the public, and other realtors. Realtors must belong, in addition to NAR, to a state or local real estate association or board. The difference between real estate agent and broker. The precise meanings and discrepancies between a real estate agent and a real estate broker. Generally, however, someone who receives a simple real estate license can be considered a real estate agent, which require taking a certain number of approved courses and passing an exam. A real estate agent is a salesperson, eligible to help customers buy or sell a home. The competent food chain is a step up for a brokers have extra training and schooling that has enabled them to pass a higher licensing examination. Most states also require them as an active real estate agent to have a certain amount of recent experience. The technological aspects of the real estate transaction are handled by brokers. A buyer signs a contract with a company, not the individual agent. Their additional credential helps brokers to deal with other legal and financial aspects of a deal in many states.